Like, Western Europe is engulfed by a deadly heat wave. Most countries are getting baked, nay melting in heat.
Wir sind schlecht darauf vorbereitet. Die Straßenbahnen können gerade nicht fahren. Es ist einfach nur warm. Es gibt nicht genug Wasserspender in Leipzig, wo man sich mal abkühlen kann. Nicht alle Brunnen sind.
Now, the human body needs cooler temperature after sunset to recover. But during the current heat wave, many European cities are seeing unusually warm nights, preventing that recovery. And as a result, heat stress builds up day after day, increasing the risk of illness and death. And another key difference is adaptation. In India, extreme summer heat is a regular part of life. People are generally more accustomed to high temperatures, and many cities have heat action plans, public advisories, and routines designed around hot weather. In Europe, prolonged temperatures above 40 degrees have historically been rare, meaning many communities are less prepared.
Like, Trump suffered a setback. U.S. Supreme Court set aside Trump's decision to almost scrap citizenship by birth. Relief.
The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected President Donald Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship. The decision keeps intact one of the country's oldest constitutional protections for millions of immigrants' families, and it also brings relief after months of uncertainty. Now, the Indian-American advocacy groups and lawmakers have welcomed the ruling with cheers. They said that it reaffirms a simple principle that has stood for more than 150 years, which is nearly every child born on American soil is a U.S. citizen.
Like, Trump made huge profits in cryptocurrency. New York Times says Trump's huge windfall profits have few known precedents. True.
President Donald Trump has made more than 1.4 billion US dollars. That's around 1 billion pounds from cryptocurrency businesses since returning to office last year. That's according to his mandatory financial reports for 2025. He reported earning $635 million from his Trump meme coin, which was launched just days before his inauguration. He also reported earning more than $500 million from World Liberty Financial, which is a cryptocurrency business founded by his sons and the family of Steve Witkoff, his Middle East envoy. Beyond crypto, Trump reported earning millions from his golf courses, Trump-branded Bibles, watches, and other merchandise. The disclosures are reignited questions around conflicts of interest. The White House denies he is profiting from his presidency, with Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly saying neither the president nor his family have engaged or will ever engage in conflicts of interest.
Like, Rubio declared that Trump will visit India early next year. Who cares?
I think it's going fantastic. I mean, it's very strong. We had a great meeting with the Prime Minister, the President did, at the G7. We're hoping to finalize a trade deal. We're on the last inches of getting it done, and it's very positive. We look forward to re-engaging again in another Quad meeting very soon, which India, and I look forward to returning myself before the end of the year and setting up a presidential visit in the early parts of next year.
Like, Japanese Prime Minister is in India, giving stomachache to China. China warned, don't target us.
मेरी छोटी बहन प्रधानमंत्री ताकाईची जी.
You called me a beautiful younger sister, Prime Minister Modi.
Your Excellency और मेरी छोटी बहन प्रधानमंत्री ताकाईची जी, दोनों देशों के डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, नमस्कार, कोनिचिवा। इंडिया जापान एनुअल समिट के लिए प्रधानमंत्री ताकाइची का भारत में अपनी पहली यात्रा पर स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। वे जापान की पहली महिला प्रधानमंत्री भी है और एक दूरदर्शी और लोकप्रिय नेता भी है। इतना ही नहीं, वे जापान के नारा प्रीफेक्चर से आती हैं, जो भारत जापान की साझा बौद्ध विरासत का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण केंद्र है।
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and namaskar. First and foremost,
Like, The Economist admitted its mistake in predicting high oil prices till end of 2026 and apologized for mistake.
Back in April, The Economist made a prediction about future oil prices that turned out to be way off. They admit their error and explain why they were wrong. The following section, slightly edited, is worth reading. As free traders, we take a strange satisfaction in being bested by the markets. It is a reminder that the price of an asset in a liquid market is the closest thing there is to the distilled judgment of humanity. Prices incorporate information dispersed unevenly among countless individuals, from the amateur investor to Europe's high-rolling oil traders. The market is not always right, but to think that with average luck anyone can reliably do better is to commit an error akin to that of central planners, who think they can allocate resources better than the price mechanism can. Why, then, have an opinion at all? Because someone who reflexively substitutes the market's opinion for their own will not know why they believe what they believe. The case for prediction is therefore like the case for free speech. Well-argued opinions sharpen the thinking of those who read them, even when they are wrong, so we will keep on predicting the easiest way not to be wrong is to avoid taking any definite view at all, an approach that makes many bureaucratic reports joy-slayingly dull. We read those so you don't have to sorry for our mistake. It will happen again.
Like, Iran is holding its Supreme Leader Khomeini's 6-day funeral. Several Indian leaders are in Iran, some invited, many uninvited. India has dispatched a high-level official delegation to Tehran to pay tributes to Iran's late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The delegation is led by Pabitra Margarita, Minister of State for External Affairs, and Lieutenant General retired Syed Atta Hasnain, the Governor of Bihar. This calculated diplomatic move allows New Delhi to maintain its strategic relationship with Iran while navigating intense pressure from the United States. Like, after TCS, it is now IT giant Capgemini's turn. Its childcare nannies face serious allegations of child abuse. Too bad.
Welcome back now to a disturbing case of alleged child abuse that has emerged from the city of Bengaluru, where 5 caregivers at a daycare center operating inside the HAL campus of Capgemini they've been booked by police now. The FIR alleges that toddlers, some as young as 2 years old, have been subjected to physical abuse and also intimidation. There are videos which have come out which show that these incidents have gone viral, and the accused are allegedly using shocking methods to silence crying children, including locking them inside a bathroom and also forcing them into a washing machine drum.
Like, a Turkish comedian is arrested for insulting Islam, and more importantly, Erdogan.
Popular Turkish comedian Deniz Göktaş was arrested upon his arrival at the Istanbul airport.
He was arrested for allegedly making offensive remarks about religious values and President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Well, the stand-up performance by Göktaş in Istanbul on June 1st was released in a 90-minute video on YouTube on June 24th. The video has since been viewed nearly 9 million times. The show included satirical references to President Erdogan, jail rival Ekrem İmamoğlu, and religion. The lawyer for Göktaş confirmed that he faces multiple charges linked to the show's content after authorities reported nearly 185 complaints. Authorities have opened a formal probe saying the content contained offensive statements that may constitute a criminal offense. Göktaş, who was aboard when the investigation began, was arrested on arrival in Istanbul and is expected to appear before the court.
Like Deutsche Bank is offloading its Indian retail portfolio to Kotak Mahindra Bank. Good?
Hold on. You've probably heard Deutsche Bank is exiting India. It's not. And the real story is more interesting than a retreat. Here's what happened. This week, the German bank sold its Indian retail and wealth business, savings accounts, personal loans, to India's Kotak Mahindra Bank for about $30 million. But that's one small slice. Deutsche Bank is staying, doubling down even. It keeps over 22,000 staff here, $1 billion in revenue, and it's corporate and investment banking. India is its biggest workforce outside Germany. This isn't an exit, it's a trim. So why drop retail? Because foreign banks can't win it. Against Indian giants with thousands of branches, deep local trust, and UPI, a foreign bank with 17 branches has no chance. So they retreat to the corner they can win, big corporate clients. And it's a pattern. Citibank quit Indian retail in 2022. Standard Chartered trimmed in 2023. Now Deutsche. Every time, an Indian bank scoops up the customers and gets stronger. Great for India's banks, though fewer foreign players can mean less competition. It's not a retreat from India. It's surrender in a game India's own banks already won.
Like eminent theatre personality Vijaya Mehta, 92, passed away. Marathi theatre is orphaned.
आणि आता एक दुःखद बातमी. मराठी रंगभूमीवरील ज्येष्ठ दिग्दर्शिका विजया मेहता यांचं निधन झालंय. त्या 92 वर्षांच्या होत्या. त्यांचं काल राहत्या घरीच वृद्धापकाळानं निधन झालंय. त्यांच्या निधनामुळे मराठी सिनेसृष्टीवर शोककळा पसरली आहे. विजया मेहता या आधुनिक मराठी रंगभूमीवरील एक अत्यंत मानाच्या आणि अग्रगण्य अभिनेत्री, दिग्दर्शिका आणि निर्मात्या होत्या. मराठी नाट्यविश्वामध्ये त्यांना आदराने बाई म्हणून ओळखलं जायचं. 1960च्या दशकात त्यांनी प्रायोगिक आणि समांतर रंगभूमीची चळवळ उभी करण्यात मोलाचं योगदान दिलंय. विजयाबाई यांना रंगभूमीवर कडक शिस्तीसाठी ओळखलं जायचं. त्यांच्या मार्गदर्शनाखाली आणि नाटकाच्या मुशीतून नाना पाटेकर, विक्रम गोखले, नीना कुलकर्णी, अशोक सराफ यांसारखे अनेक दिग्गज कलाकार घडलेत.
Like England cricket captain Ben Stokes announced his retirement on expected lines.
Another thing that I had was this, over the last 5-6 weeks, it was like it was something else that I felt like, you have to try and overcome, and I felt like I've been pretty good at that throughout my career, at overcoming on-field disappointment, off-field disappointment. And then the emotional side of this since Australia, it's the way I said it to my wife is actually, I says I don't actually think I have any more fight left in me to get over this, to be honest.
So it has hit you in the face?
It literally, it did. And that's, just, I guess you go through that whole process and you speak to people who are close to you and you start letting more and more and more out, and then the more I spoke to my wife about it and other people about it, I guess you just find you end up stemming things further and further and further and back. But it's brutal what we do, physically, mentally, and all that, and even the stuff away from it. What you have to put in and the hard work. Even that's just getting a bit tiring these days. 35. I feel like I've got to do so much physical work to keep myself doing what I do out there, and it's sort of, again, do I have that in me, do I have that fight in me to keep doing that, because of what I know it takes to walk out there and play for this country. So you know, there's so many things that have leaned me towards knowing that this is the right decision. There's the emotional side, the physical side, the mental side.
And with Germany's exit from World Cup, its coach has resigned. Sad exit.
Julian Nagelsmann is no longer Germany's coach. He's gone after 3 years following Germany's poor World Cup. Germany lost on penalties to Paraguay, their third straight World Cup debacle. After that game, Nagelsmann had vowed to stay as coach.
Ich bin keiner, der wegläuft.
But now he and Germany's football federation, the DFB, are moving on. In a statement, the DFB thanked Nagelsmann for his work, praising his high level of commitment and extraordinary ambition. The search for Nagelsmann's successor has already begun, and only one name is in focus: Jurgen Klopp, formerly the coach of Liverpool and Dortmund. The DFB says they're in talks, with Klopp interested in the role.
Lazy Bee, the 4th of July, 2026.